Good morning to all you MotoGP fans from the Sepang International Circuit. We are live to bring you all the excitement of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Just a few more moments and we'll switch to the starting straight for the Moto3 class race. After a long weekend, the race is finally about to start. We're on the starting grid, where the engineers are completing their checks before the off. It doesn't look like the sky will clear up for this race. Actually, the teams are preparing to use wet tyres in the case of a red flag.
It's Italian and Leopard Honda rider Dennis Foggia. He'll start from pole alongside world champion Guevara and Spaniard Sergio Garcia in third. Jaume Masia, Holgado and Italian and Leopard Honda rider Dennis Foggia. He'll start from pole alongside world champion Guevara and Spaniard Sergio Garcia in third. Jaume Masia, Holgado and Mino complete the second row.
Who will celebrate victory in the Malaysian Grand Prix? Riders have completed their warm-up lap and are lined up on the Sepang grid, ready for the off.
Green flag waving in the back, then we're all set to go here then in our first Malaysian Grand Prix in 3 years, and we are underway in Moto3. Superb launch in the middle of that front row by the world champion Ethan Guevara, absolutely flying down towards the long drag for the first corner. There was contact there further back. I don't know if that was Yamanaka maybe, I'm not sure who was involved, but Foggia in second, Garcia third, but a lightning start from Guevara.
Yamanaka, I think, is on the outside there. He just got eased wide by Ivan. I told us some contact there through turn one. Of course, contact on the run down to turn one. One or two of those grid slots, particularly under the grandstand here on the left-hand side of the racetrack, were probably still on some damp racetrack. That might have affected Foggia up the line.
Now they're already through the first sector. Guevara had an advantage of nearly 4 tenths of a second. That's been swallowed up as his teammate Sergio Garcia does make it a gas 1-2 on the first half of this Malaysian Grand Prix. That's what they want in the championship. Come the final reckoning in Valencia in 2 weeks' time. Now can Guevara immediately find a way through, or Garcia rather, on his team. And here comes the rocket though. That's a late lunge on Foggia into turn 9, and he has made it through.
Pick a line, any line. They're going 3-4 abreast through there. Stefano Nepa is the next rider along in fifth position as the Aspar teammates go side by side. Nepa now at the inside of Suzuki to take fourth. He's got plenty of confidence on this first lap of the Grand Prix. Not so for Yumi Sasaki though. He's down 4 places. He's outside the top 10 now.
Brilliant start by Ethan Guevara. There was clearly some contact then. It was Mino and Holgado. Oh, that was really scary. Look how close Mino went to the inside wall there. He clearly had to back out of it as there was contact with one of our Rookie of the Year contenders. But looking back now then towards the 96 and 16, Holgado squeezed in between his teammate Masia and Mino. Oh, elbow to elbow, scary as they went through the gears on that long run to the first corner.
So as the moment goes, it's Sergio Garcia who leads it, of course. He's in pole position for the runner-up spot in the championship. His nearest challenger, Foggia, is next along in second. Then it's Masia and Munoz. Diogo Moreira has also got away. Oh, big moment! That's Nepa down. The riders doing everything they can to avoid it.
That's a scary, scary incident there. Horrible, scary incident. Nepa, where he had the big scare at the end of the first lap into turn number 15, and he's asked too much of that Dunlop rear tyre on the power out of turn 9. Big high side. Nepa then, there'll be no third consecutive top 6 finish for him.
We're on board with Sergio Garcia looking at the sister Red Bull IRKTM of Jaume Masia. Moreira there showing a front wheel. This is one of the many hard braking zones where you can really send one up the inside.
Munoz has gone down. Well, it's almost a carbon copy, a little bit further up the road of the Nepa high side. Tricky conditions here, not a lot of grip around. It would have been washed away overnight by the heavy rain, and that's a massive blow for Munoz's hopes of being crowned Rookie of the Year. Thankfully, he's quickly on his feet, but there's another rider. Suzuki's got down as well. So turn 9 has caught up. That's on the entry to turn 9, isn't it, for Suzuki? So turn 9 has taken out some of the big hitters, the big players in this Malaysian Grand Prix back into podium contention. We're looking back there as Ayumu Sasaki again makes another move in these fast corners. The Husqvarna is just handling superbly at the moment around this Sepang circuit. Don't know, well, I would imagine that Sasaki's not really using up too much of that rear tyre to get himself through. He's under pressure here. Guevara picks off two, Masih and Sasaki into turn 9. The move on the world champion by the new world champion.
Yeah, world champion at work. Ethan Guevara just cruising through the field as Garcia once again gets his nose off. He likes to take that tight line in a few places around this racetrack, which could land him in trouble if he sticks his nose in somewhere where it's going to get chopped off. Garcia then holds on to 5th at the moment, but you can see Guevara's progress from a pretty poor opening stages when, of course, he had to dodge Nepa. He certainly made up for lost time. He was right on the rear wheel now of Foggia.
We've now got a lead group of 10 because McPhee and Rossi have come to play at the front of this Grand Prix. Not too far behind Artigas. Well, Rossi is Artigas and Onju as well. They may well get themselves back into contention as well. We're still over half of this Malaysian Grand Prix to run. Garcia on the inside of both Sasaki and Masih into turn number 15. Superb late braking manoeuvre there by the man trying to hold on to 2nd place in the World Championship. There are your top 10 riders then coming over the line now, with Onju and Artigas trying to get themselves back into contention. Foggia leads. Can Guevara pick up some slipstream on the gas machine? No, he can't. Sasaki will hold 3rd place into turn 1.
Oh, almost contact there between Holgado and Garcia. The two gas riders don't lack any confidence on the brakes, but Garcia was on the outside there, couldn't turn in into turn 1 and very nearly got hit from behind by Danny Holgado as this leading group telescopes together. As Matt says, it's a leading group of 10. They're back in the 2:14 still, so it won't be too long at this pace before Onju and Artigas are on them.
Yeah, Ricardo Ross is the quickest man in the league group as Guevara then does hit the front. He's back at the front. He made the dream launch from the middle of that front row at the start of the Grand Prix. He was nearly 4/10 clear in that first sector on lap 1 before he started to drop back through the field, but as he so often does, he's clawed his way back into contention, picked his way through some of the best riders in the Moto3 World Championship, and now on lap number 9, the world champion back in the position where he loves to be, P1.
And Sasaki picks up Foggia. As we saw back in Motegi, Ethan Guevara is so good through the faster corners. It enables him to pull out a couple of bike lengths over the chasing group behind him. Alberto Sura is out of the Grand Prix, so a pretty poor afternoon for the Snipers team. Migno's dropped down to 15th, of course, after that delay on the run down to turn 1, and his teammate Sura is out of the Grand Prix.
6.5 laps to go, and who's in P6? Yes, you guessed it. Diogo Moreira once again on the MTA helmets machine. Now then, can Garcia use his brilliance on the braking into the final corner to take Foggia? No, he can't, but Foggia loses the lead. Brilliantly done there by Guevara on the brakes of that gas Aspar machine. So Guevara will be back at the front as we complete lap number 11. There'll be 6 to go here in this penultimate Grand Prix of the season, the Petronas Grand Prix of Malaysia. So much at stake in terms of 2nd place in the World Championship. Foggia, is he going to have the, well, he'll be on the outside, he's going to be hung out to dry here as well, because Garcia will pinch the inside line through the first corner. Will Foggia be able to immediately strike back into the sweep through turn 2? No, he can't, so it's a game.
As the Moto3 riders do their cool-down lap, let's take a look at the final results of the race we've just seen. And to the runner-up, who's getting a well-deserved round of applause from his team members. This is a really good result that will give him some optimism for the upcoming races.